Okay, now laying it out to sew. I've put the red on top of the white, and you want the right size facing out, and you want the wrong size facing together, because this is going to be sewn together and you won't be able to see it anymore. And the way you could tell the right from the wrong side is, I don't know if you guys can see it in my camera here, but the wrong side is more kind of a little bit more furry, and the wrong side is more, the right side is more smooth. You see how it's more smooth? So we'll do that, and you do that to all your patterns. So what I'm gonna do now is pin it. Okay, you're gonna sew all the way around. Here is the hood part. So you remember, this is the top piece and this is the bottom piece. The bigger triangle is your top piece. So you just go ahead and pin it. I already started over here, and then you just go ahead, pin it all the way around, and then just sew it. And now remember, you want to do your right side up and right side bottom, and the wrong sides are facing toward each other. Okay, now here is the sleeve. I've opened it up and put it together, and then I just went and pinned it all the way around. And so we're gonna sew right all the way around too. Okay, on both sleeves. So there's the white and the red again. Before sewing your actual material, you want to get a test strip and test your material first, because you want to know what the right dial is on it and stuff first. So I put the white and the red together, and I'm using gray because the Assassin's Creed sweater has gray on it. So I'm going to add some gray detail, as you see, and I'm using the gray thread. So right now I have it on number 3. And I usually like to sew it on zigzag. So I'll put it on almost like a medium zigzag first. Just to put my, when I do my end fabric, so they are stable. And we'll see here if this is how we want it. Pull the needle up first. Okay, now that you're done sewing both sides together, you will put the top and the bottom piece together like how I did here. Pin it together, and I pin the white to the middle because that's my right side. So you want to pin right side together and wrong side on the outside. And after you finish pinning it, you want to put your pattern back on and measure it to the neck and make a mark. So I will do that to the other side here. Okay, because when you sew the top, you want to just sew it to that line, because that would be your neckline, and you don't want to sew your neckline. And here's the arm. We sewn the red to the white, So now, remember, my white is my right side and my red is my wrong side, because it's going to be the inner part of the sweater. So we're going to fold it so that the wrong side is on the outside. And then just pin it up here all the way across. This is going to be where you're going to sew. And you don't want to sew the side here, you want to keep it open. So just like the main jacket part, you want to just sew the top, the two sleeve, shoulder part up here, and then you want to just sew the side. So we want to keep the armhole open, the bottom open, and the neck part open. And plus, you don't have to follow your pattern to do the neck part. You should just measure your neck, divide it by 2, and just measure across here and just mark it. Because I'm going to have to make mine a little bit bigger because my brother likes his open more. Okay, now we're going to do the hood part. Remember, the big triangle is the top piece. The small one is the bottom piece. So, I'm going to put my right sides together. And the hood is the most funnest part to do. Okay. So, this part right here, you don't want to sew. This end right here. This is the opening of your hood. And this part is the bottom piece of your hood, so you don't want to sew this part also, because this part is going to be connected to the sweater. So we're going to pin around this curvy part right here, and we're going to sew it all the way around right here. Okay, and then after I'm done sewing that, I'm going to go ahead and hem this just like that. So you want to hem it all the way down there, but you don't want to hem this part. Just hem this part right here. Okay.